Restaurant owners, I've got bad news for you. You're actually not a restaurant owner, at least not anymore. This past week, I had a chance to sit down with one of our clients, Mike Lardy, up at Bravo Burrito. And we got to talking about what the job looks like today versus what it looked like 30 years ago. A couple weeks ago, I did a video on how the Chipotle footprint in my area is 11 restaurants. It was 0 30 years ago. So there's that one independent restaurant I love going to that 30 years ago had no Chipotle competition, today has 11. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But when you think about your job as an owner, 30 years ago, you were simply a restaurant owner. Now, I'm not going to downplay that job. I believe you have the hardest job in the retail world. Running a restaurant is tough. It's brutal. But back then, you were running your restaurant. Hot food hot, cold food cold, great hospitality, clean atmosphere, and an awesome culture. Flash forward to today, 2026, you're now a marketing director, sales director, creative director, social media director, content creator. The list goes on and on. Marketing has changed the game for you as a restaurateur. What used to be a Valpak rep, a radio rep, a cable rep coming in and helping you design the advertisement that goes to their audience has now changed to you taking your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, your email, your text, your messenger, and creating content. It is a very tough thing. You are no longer simply Mike Lardy running Bravo Burrito. You are Mike Lardy running Bravo Burrito, and you're a food influencer. And you're also a social media consultant, a marketing expert, a Facebook ads guru. And if you want to get to the next level, you've got to become the GOAT. You got to become the GOAT of all of it. And the bad news is that's likely not going to happen. There's very few operators that have the ability to get the skills that me and my team have and combined with the skills that you have of delivering amazing hospitality. But the good news is you don't have to. The GOAT himself, MJ, had a lot of help. A great team, an amazing training staff, coaches, analysts. It wasn't just him. In fact, MJ had 0 rings before that cast got fine-tuned. So what I want to talk about today is your cast. What's going to help you get your 6 rings and become the GOAT of restaurant marketing? And how do you fix this? And the toughest part about this, what does it take for you to get to the next level with your restaurant? What does it take for you to get back to as close as possible of the job from 30 years ago running your restaurant? Well, in my opinion, there's a few key things. The first part is a strategy. At America's Best Restaurants, we have our 3 commandments of ABR. Attract, build, retain. You have to have a strategy that drives your marketing plan so that you can consistently get the attention you need, whether it's from new customers, past customers, or your best customers right now. And there's 3 key places that the 3 commandments of ABR must dominate. Number 1, the most important, is inside your 4 walls, in your store. You have to attract attention when your customers are there. You have to build relationships with them and get their data while they're in your restaurant, and you must retain them, because if they only come one time, that crushes your restaurant's longevity. Your community. You've got to be out in the community on a consistent basis. You have to be a known person where your customers are coming from. The high schools, the churches, the chamber events, other businesses. And last but not least, you've got to show up digitally. Email, text messaging, social media. You have to have a footprint digitally because you can't have one like Chipotle has physically. Now, to do this, there are 3 key components. Number 1, you've got to have a tech stack that allows you to do this. You can't be operating with the tools from the 1980s. You've got to have a current, up-to-date POS. You've got to have a customer management system, and you've got to have tools that allow you to send emails and text messages seamlessly. Next, you got to have some level of education when it comes to digital marketing. You don't have to be the expert, and you've got to have resources where you're consistently getting help and ideas. Easy place to start is like this: a YouTube video, podcasts, online trainings. And last but not least, you've got to have a team. Now, I don't mean the team inside your restaurant. I mean the team outside of it. You have got to depend on third parties to help you do these things much better. Mike Lardy at Bravo Burrito, as great as he is at creating content, coming up with marketing strategies, and running his restaurant, is not the best person to run Facebook ads for his restaurant. He's not the best person to run and operate the loyalty program. He depends on third parties. We happen to be that third party. But there's likely a bunch out in your community that can help you as well. I mean, heck, food influencers. A lot of you aren't leaning in enough on that 40-year-old mom from down the street that loves your restaurant that is really good at creating content. You've got to create a team of people in your restaurant, but more importantly, outside of it, who have a skill they bring to the table so that you can put together the best marketing strategy that exists. Make sense? Pretty simple, right? 30 years ago, ran the restaurant. Now you run your restaurant and a full service marketing company. But there's a lot of help out there. And one place I want to invite you to get help is from the America's Best Restaurants Skool Community. It's a great place to go and communicate with other operators, get a lot of free training, and if you want to upgrade, get access to the highest level advice you will ever get in restaurant marketing. America's Best Restaurants exists for one reason: to help somebody like you find that extra 23% in sales. Imagine if over the next few years, your sales grew by 23%. Your operating costs stay the same, take away the food cost, some marketing expense to do that because you're going to need it. What would it do to your life, to your business, to your team if you were 23% larger? That's why we exist, with free content like this, with our Skool community, and with the programs at America's Best Restaurants. Go ahead and check out the description below, click the link, and join our free Skool community today. That's all I got. See you next video.